You guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I feel like my intro was lagging behind. All right, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the VAR Check Podcast, the podcast where football's biggest debates go under review.
Damn, I should have done that. I didn't know we were doing it in synchrony.
What a time, guys! As you're slowly coming in, make sure you type in a little comment in there so we can get the conversation
Don't type
going.
like this, please.
I cannot believe it's already episode 8. I mean, we've been going at it with these podcasts for over 2 months. And on top of that, I am so happy that we have the full crew back. Suddenly, after El Clásico, the Barça guys were missing. And then, unfortunately, last week, both Ricky and Michel couldn't make it out. So Amir and I, the guy in the middle, and I had to hold it down. It's been a crazy week. We have a lot to talk about. Real Madrid going through it. Barça slightly coming back. I'm gonna take advantage that it's about a third of the season has gone by, and we're gonna give a couple predictions for everything based off of the previous results. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the headlines of the week. Amir, starting with you, what you got for us?
So I don't know if y'all checked Instagram, but the return of Lionel Messi to Spotify Camp Nou, and that is my main headline because it was just such a beautiful sight. And he said, "I want to come back, but not only to come back, to say goodbye." And yeah, I don't know. I was very emotional when I saw that. So that's my headline. That's all I got for you.
I hope he comes back and ruins the club yet again with that kind of salary. Ricky, what you got for us?
Well, I think Amir kind of stole my headline, so I'll just be quiet for this next moment and get out of the way.
Beautiful sight.
You guys are living in the past. He's gone. Let him go.
Hey, but we live in.
We're just living. That's all we're doing. So.
Michel, welcome back, buddy.
Yo, what's up? And what's up to everybody watching? You know, we bringing back the juice coming back into this episode 8. Listen, I know that our Barça fans, you know, all over the world, but especially the two right here on the right side of the screen are living in the past, especially with this picture and these headlines. I'm just going to put it out there. That stadium looks atrocious. I know it's not even close to being done, but it looks awful. Just going to put that out there. But second, I like to focus on the present moment. And the present moment's not going so well for us either. So my headline is, are January exits afoot in the Madrid squad? What's coming? We're going to find out really soon if this is a holly jolly Christmas for the players at Madrid.
Part of the conversation in this podcast is definitely going to revolve around Xabi Alonso, his relationship with some of the players, and potential rumors that are going on. So I'm glad you brought that up. For me, we've had more VAR Check podcasts this week than Real Madrid scored goals. No, let's just leave it at that. Starting off, let's check the comment box. We got Aikagar, of course, the MVP of the VAR Check podcast. Amir wearing the referee jersey. I like it. Fun fact. Amir, I got you that jersey back when we were in college, so I'm happy to still have it and have our friendship going along. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's just part of the Barça vibes. What can you say? Right. Mr. Killer, welcome in. What's up, guys? How are you, Mr. Killer? Welcome in. Michel, you've been gone for too long, man. I feel like I haven't seen you. We haven't talked about Madrid. We haven't talked about Barça. I don't know if you watched the last episode, but a lot.
The longest episode of VAR Check Podcast, maybe.
There was no Marseille protector defender, so yeah, you may want to run that one back. But
let's not lose hope. They're still in second place right now. They're in second place.
We'll get to them closer to the end of the episode. But today, or for right now at least, I think we need to focus on on Real Madrid. I mean, we're coming off a week where expectations were high. We were flying high. Xabi Alonso's feeling
Boom.
Clasico victory, coming off another La Liga win. We were feeling hot. In this very own podcast, we talked about how Real Madrid was the hot favorite against Liverpool. There was not a single viewer or us that predicted Real Madrid could lose. And Real Madrid go to Anfield, they lose. Then they follow up in La Liga in a tricky game against Vallecano and tie. 0 goals for Real Madrid. Michel, give us your perspective. What went wrong? What's going on with the team right now?
I think it's a tricky situation to comment on because as much as we like to be in the moment, I think sometimes us as fans and the pundits are a prisoner to the moment, mainly because they have to have something to talk about. I don't like the trend that's happening. But at the end of the day, these are games that you can lose. Like Liverpool, as bad as a form as they were in, and as they were in right after the Madrid game, we also still have to remember that these are world-class players. They can still show up and turn out on any given day, just the same way that Madrid, Barça can lose to bottom of the table teams, and no one can explain it, right? It happens, and I think for Madrid, they just hit a bad stretch. I think right now the biggest issue with Madrid is the internal battle between Xabi Alonso and his key players. And I think there needs to be an explosion of a dramatic source to fix it. And maybe that's just me, taking it to the highest extreme, but I think that's an issue. And I think it's a big issue that we're going to have to face. And I'd rather face it now going into the winter transfer than facing it going into the latter part of the year. It's a good thing that Madrid got the Clásico win. Obviously we didn't expect the game at Anfield to go the way it did. But Rayo Vallecano, I remember when I was watching the game and I was, had to get off because I was playing my own game and I checked the score afterwards. I was like, I'm honestly not surprised. Madrid has not won there in 4 seasons. It just seems to be one of those teams and one of those places where you just go and you can't win. And I don't know why, but I don't really know. It's weird. I think the biggest problem right now is the internal, not how they're playing. I think they'll figure it out. I think they're players at the top class level, and us not scoring, that's not going to last for very long. And especially with Mbappé, we'll be just fine.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is just a combination of 2 tricky games and also a lot of media boosting up what's hyping up the negatives of what's happening at Real Madrid. Ricky, Amir, the Barca boys, what's y'all's take on this past week for Madrid?
I mean, you can't deny the fact that, you lost 1-0 to Liverpool, but not only lost, because any team can lose, but outright got outperformed. The game against Rayo Vallecano was different. I feel like that was a lot more even. I feel like Real Madrid didn't play horrible. They created chances. Rayo defended well. But it's hard to deny the fact that Nico Gonzalez is better than Vinicius. Nico Gonzalez with Man City scored against Liverpool. And I don't know about Vinicius. Nah, I'm kidding. I think it's a combination. And I think a lot of big teams are kind of in this state right now where you're getting to the middle of the season, the grind, lots of games, international breaks. And players aren't getting enough rest time. Games are becoming a little stale, not as important as in the beginning as in the end. And I think it's easy to take not perform as well. I mean, Barcelona 3-3 to Club Brugge. Obviously, Real Madrid is not doing so hot. I think we could attribute to that. However,
I think, yeah.
Go.
Well, what I was going to say is, yes, I agree with you and I agree with Michel that anyone can lose to Liverpool. At the end of the day, Liverpool, and I said it last episode, Liverpool is the current Premier League champion, a team with top-class players in their own stadium. I think we can all agree that Madrid was going into a really tricky game. I think where it all went wrong is maybe they went out there with a mentality of they got too focused on Liverpool's form and maybe thinking it was going to be an easy game, which is what I warned everyone I was afraid was going to happen. And ultimately, I think the reason why Madridistas are feeling a certain kind of way is because I think we can all agree that Madrid was lucky to walk out with a 1-0, and that 1-0 is a lying result. I think Madrid, if it wasn't for Courtois, should have walked out with a 4-0 loss. And I think that's where the big issues are stemming. And then the fact that we go and play another game and also do not score a goal, but not just not score a goal, not create a single good opportunity. Amir, what do you think?
I have to take my words back. Last week on the podcast, I was like, I don't think I can find a way that Liverpool can exploit Madrid. They exploited Madrid from every orifice possible. So there wasn't a single thing left.
It's not just that they exploited them, but like we said, Liverpool's going to have, if they want to beat Madrid, they're going to have to play an amazing defensive game. They cannot go out there and press. They literally went out there and pressed Madrid to hell
the whole time
and didn't even have to play as good of a defensive game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Their defense was actually like mediocre at best. Like it wasn't anything crazy. Like Van Dijk was running all over, and I mean they played well, but like their attack was insane. Like the whole game, and yeah, Courtois single-handedly saved y'all. Like he was the man of the match for that game. Like just incredible. Rayo, I mean, yeah, what Ricky said. I thought the game was kind of scrappy the first 20 minutes, and then Madrid kind of found their footing and played like decent, and then Rayo just defended well, and somehow this always happens. So with like Barça and Madrid and Rayo Vallecano, it's just a hard match.
It's a tricky stadium for sure.
Yeah,
I think just the
play
layout of the
kind of
stadium
dirty. They do weird things. Sorry, I interrupted you, but yeah.
No, you're good.
But yeah, I thought, yeah, I mean that Madrid game, I texted y'all. I was like, this was it was insane. Like I was watching it, I'm like, there wasn't they found every possible way, like to just like Szoboszlai was taking shots like from anywhere, like he was just shooting, and yeah.
I also think though that with this new Champions League structure, I'm not saying that this was an in-game, in-moment excuse because it happens to all of us, right? But I think swimming in the back of all these players' minds, they know because they are always on their phones. They're seeing the standings. Like Madrid knows how they were last season. They sucked at the beginning of the Champions League, and they knew they had to claw their way back in. And then like they made it to against Arsenal, and then they got killed, right? But them knowing, okay, well, we can afford to lose to blank team. Oh wait, we beat them. Juventus. Everyone thought, oh, we can afford to lose to Juventus. We find, oh, we won. We could afford to do this. It's like I think it's one of those games where you go in, you're like, listen, we're gonna give it all we got. And players like Mbappe, like if I'm them, like you want to get your goal, you want to do this. But it's like at the end of the day, this is not a win or go home situation. I'm not gonna hurt myself. I'm not gonna kill myself in this moment, knowing we still have 3-4 more games to go against teams that we probably should walk down with ease, and then really save it for the knockout. The problem with that is that you start to build bad habits. And now I'm starting to see bad habits of the Ancelotti season last year starting to happen again. And that is worrisome to me because I'm starting to feel that Xabi Alonso is losing some players. And that's what I'm saying. Something needs to happen. Also, with both of our teams, we seem to forget that people wake up and circle the calendar 3 months before our game. Whenever anybody plays against Barça, whenever anybody plays against Madrid, that is their moment. And for them, Madrid and Barça just roll up and they're like, we're either going to have a really good game or not, and we'll figure it out in the middle. But everyone tries to put and play their best game against us, and I think we forget that sometimes as Madrid and Barça fans and players.
I think it's fair. We're gonna start reading some of the comments that are coming in because I think some people are saying some pretty good stuff. But I did want to say, like, I don't know. I mean, Madrid, Liverpool, I get that it's a game that they can lose, but I don't. If the mentality is screw it, I'm not gonna try that hard. We can afford to lose. It doesn't matter. And then you go and perform like that. There's something wrong with this team. I mean,
no, I agree.
They should not be going out with that mentality.
I agree with you. With this new format, it takes a little bit of importance away from every single game. The old format is you have to win out every single game, get top of your group. Now it's like nobody knows where anybody's going to end. There's no way of really strategically placing yourself in a standing to knock them against the other team. However, Real Madrid looked frustrated. Mbappe, Jude Bellingham in that game in Anfield, they look frustrated. They had this look on their face where it was like, we are trying and we are not finding a way to catch our breath, to breathe at all. But continue with
and that's where the whole problem came. I mean, I've said for weeks now, yes, Madrid is winning. Yes, they're scoring goals here and there, but
Mbappe.
Offensively, they're being carried by Mbappe. In the moment that he struggles to find like the net, like the team is screwed because I don't see them playing good offensively. Like there's no actual creativity. I feel like there's no real structure in a lot of their goals. Whereas with Barça, I see similar goals over and over and over again, which tells me the team is really well worked offensively. With Madrid, it's like, I hope Mbappe can pull something out of his ass. Maybe Vini will also pull something out of his ass with one of those runs, and let's see if they can score.
But we also can't compare it. We can't compare the two teams because they play completely different. And the same things that you say about Madrid, you can say about Barca. Like Barca is such a really well-worked team, but their defense recently has been absolutely atrocious.
Right.
So they're not actually a really well-worked team. They just know how to play together offensively. So it's just two different problems.
Let's start reading some of the comments before we get too sidetracked again. Let's see. Let's start out here. Real Madrid need to fall to the 8th ranking, surely. Well, we'll get to the power rankings in a little bit towards the end, but there's going to be some movements. Vini is getting 3/4 man on him. Can't blame them. He is the best, but he needs space. It's fair. I mean, Vini is one of the most game-changing players for Madrid, and it makes sense that in a big game, they're going to focus a lot of their efforts in stopping him. Because if you stop Vini, you stop a lot of the offense. Fair. I get that. I think there was a lot of controversy with freaking Connor Bradley stopping Vini, and like Vini did not get past him a single time.
Good job pronouncing that name. Way to go.
Yeah. Apparently some guy commented some hate comments about us not being able to pronounce his name, and I was like, what are you talking about? I don't even think we said his name once in the video. I don't even know. Let's see. Some of the media news that comes out when Madrid loses hilarious. Yeah, I think the media is also designed to attack Madrid and Barca.
Be problematic.
Madrid sometimes whenever they lose. Come on, Vini against Liverpool. Did you forget the final and the 5-2? I think it's unfair to compare it to a previous game, especially when Vini was maybe not super hyped, and so they didn't have the same type of defensive focuses on him. I don't know what y'all think about that one.
I think going on the kind of talking about this comment, I think one thing I've noticed with Madrid over the last few years, they really, even though they've won in some cases because the finals against Liverpool, XYZ, Madrid really struggle against EPL teams. And I think Madrid really struggle with teams that are so like go, like press high from the rip, because Madrid is used to playing teams that will sit back and just let them attack, or like play suavecito and like pass. When you have a team that's going at you the whole time, Madrid struggles, and they got to figure it out.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's what I was going to say. I think Hansi Flick, like we talked about it before a Classic, and we're like, oh, should he use the high line? And we were like, he shouldn't, and he didn't use it. And I think that's why we lost the El Clasico, because like versus last season when we would press the shit out of Madrid, and it was a complete different game. I mean, there's many other factors. Madrid played great that game, but just I'm saying, like, I feel like if we had switched the scenario a little bit with like a higher press, might have paid off. It might have also been a disaster with the high line that Barca have been playing, which is different. We don't have any anymore. But
correct me if I'm wrong, but like, okay, the week Real Madrid had, we can all agree was a bad week. But to me, it really doesn't raise any like huge red flags that are telling me like there's no way they win La Liga. There's no way they have a shot at the Champions League. I still think ultimately Real Madrid is a very good team this season. However,
I agree.
Had El Clásico gone the other way around, had Barcelona tied, especially won El Clásico, I think mentally I would classify Madrid a lot lower. Or I think the headline right now would be a lot more stringent.
Yeah, I think the conversation would be very different, and I think Xabi Alonso would be getting absolutely destroyed because at that point he would have lost to PSG, Atletico, Barca, Liverpool. Like I think the Barca win is the only thing right now that's sustaining Xabi Alonso in maybe in his position, and that could be harsh.
Yeah.
With that being said, I don't know if any of you guys. I know Michel brought up the Xabi Alonso and the players. I feel like that's where a lot of the issues are slowly developing. I mean, it all started with Vini. I feel like I heard some talks about should he have brought in either Endrick or Gonzalo in against Rayo Vallecano when the other strikers weren't doing good. And I see where Xabi Alonso gets conflicted. It's like, why would I take out Mbappe and Vini when they truly are the best players in the team to do something offensively? I mean, it's tough, but you can also make the argument, hey, it's Rayo Vallecano. You're already tying. Like, what if one of these players, Gonzalo or Endrick, come in and they change your game, and then you really just change the dynamic of their season, of the team? It's a risk. I don't know.
It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Because if he does it and they pulls him out and Vini has a tantrum again, or Mbappe rolls his eyes, and then it's like, whoa, now it's Vini, or yes, last week it was Vini, now it's Mbappe. Now he's losing both of his players. It's like, that's the hard part about being a Madrid manager right now. It's a lose-lose, and I think he just was like, I'm gonna die on the hill of having my two stars on the field, and if we don't score, we don't score. No one's gonna remember that Gonzalo and Endrick didn't play in this game. You know what I mean? Like, no one cares about that.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, again, I don't think Endrick is also playing now at this point on purpose, because I think they are trying to get rid of him, and the last thing that Madrid needs is for him to get hurt, and now you're kept with him.
So, look, I got is literally talking about how Mbappe needs rest. I mean, what are we gonna say if he keeps playing Mbappe ends up getting hurt, and now we have 2 months without Mbappe? Like, I don't know. Mbappe has not rested a single game. He's played just about every minute, if not gone out the last 5 or 10 minutes of the matches. I don't know. It's risky. And Valverde was also talking in a press match conference. I feel like there's also, ever since the whole right back situation with him, there's been a bit of an issue. But we're really seeing the difference. Like, Ancelotti was a coach for the players. He would just do whatever they wanted, whatever they needed to keep the harmony in the locker room. And I think it worked well for him up until really like the very end of his tenure at Madrid, where it all just kind of blew up. And I think Xabi Alonso just heard too much of that and came in with a mentality like, I have to be like a Nazi type coach over here, where I'm just like, it has to be my way or the highway. And while maybe at the beginning it was working really well, maybe now it's starting to bite him in the ass a little bit. Could be interesting. I don't know. But let me just finish reading some of the other comments. Let's see. I disagree of us being bad against EPL teams. Before the season, we dominated every EPL team except Arsenal. In 2022, we beat the top 3 EPL teams that year. In 2023, except City, which were really dominated. I mean, it's give or take. I feel like that EPL is overall having a pretty good season right now.
But even Arsenal, the finals that we won, like when we beat Liverpool, we weren't the better team. Like, if you go back and watch the highlights, Liverpool had the better opportunities. Madrid just put them away. Like, I think highlighting very specific games, I'm talking about overall, even the games that we win. And then, of course, last year we got obliterated by Arsenal. So it's like, maybe not specifically EPL teams, but teams that super press Madrid struggles. But EPL teams play that way.
But that's been Madrid for the past 8 seasons. I mean, I think maybe back when we had Ronaldo, we really dominated some teams. But honestly, a lot of Madrid's wins against big teams have been grind it out. They're attacking you more. They're maybe controlling possession a little bit more. But Madrid's thing has been that they've always been super clinical.
But that's because they play counter-attacking soccer. Like, that was their style. Xabi Alonso doesn't play counter-attack. Carlo Ancelotti did, because he had Vini, he had Rodrigo, he was using pace. When Mourinho was coaching Madrid, again, same thing. The only team that kind of had the perfect harmony of playing systemic football and counterattack was Zidane. But look at the players he had. No, it's not comparable.
Yeah. I mean, it's different situations for sure. we've talked a lot about Madrid. Let's
I've had enough. Move on.
let's shift the focus back a little bit to Barca now, who I mean they dropped points in the Champions League to Club Brugge, a game that here in this very own podcast we said they need to be winning. Amir, you said they need to be winning by at least 3 goals, and but instead I think it goes to highlight their defensive problems. They conceded 5 goals this week. I mean, 3 against Club Brugge. And arguably, in my opinion, they should have lost that game. What are y'all's thoughts on Barca's, a third of the way into the season right now?
Damn, my cagada is like over here just
He's keeping the seats, man.
Go, Ricky, go.
I think it's tricky. I mean, it's obvious that we're having defensive problems, right? Nobody can deny it. The issue is I don't know what the answer is. Like, obviously you can blame the high line, but I also think the high line is instrumental to the way we play up top. I can blame, injuries, whatever, but I don't have a solution for you. The only thing I can blame is
I'll tell you this, Amir, Ricky's not getting hired for the Barca manager position.
No, I don't
know.
If I had the answers, I would be right next to Hansi Flick, but I don't, and I don't think I'm a huge fan of Hansi Flick. I want him to stay here for a while. I don't know the answer.
There's been rumors that this could be his last season. Maybe this is why ultimately Flick has always had that second season curse, because he goes so hard that first season and then it all just blows up on the second season because his tactics are way too hard.
Yeah. I mean, I
think. Go ahead, Amir. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I hate to beat the dead horse of Inigo Martinez, but we're lacking that experience in the back. It's atrocious. Like you watch, and it's not just Madrid or like a big team or like PSG breaking through. It's like teams that we should like beat comfortably are breaking through the high line and scoring on them like immediately. Like they're capitalizing on points that shouldn't be given away. But yeah, I agree with Ricky. Like it's if we like don't play the high line, we can't score. If you play the high line, we get scored on. And it's like, well, yeah, and how much can we rely on Lewandowski scoring hat tricks every game? Like, not that often. Like he's gonna score 1 or 2, but he's not gonna score a hat trick every game. Like, so Rashford on the other hand, by the way, 16 games, 6 goals and 7 assists. This is crazy. When he came, I thought he was gonna get 1 and 1 in 25 games. So good to see that he's doing well.
Yeah. To be fair, that has been one of Barca's silver linings this season. Michel, what are your thoughts on Barca?
I think it's tricky. You guys definitely should have lost the game against Bruges, and you both know that.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Is anyone here going to argue that wasn't a penalty? I just want to throw that out there.
So, again, the same way that Ricky said, if the Barca Madrid game had been flipped, if we say Barca not only drops points but loses to Bruges, like where their mentality would be at right now, maybe the Celta game would have been. Is like everything is about taking in moments as they come and just and trying to see trends. I don't think Barca is playing very well. I think they know how to score because they have world-class players, the same way that Madrid has world-class players. Like 9 times out of 10, the player is better. They'll figure it out, right? But I think Barca is struggling right now I don't think it's about understanding the high line or how they play. I just don't think they can do it. I don't think they're good enough players to do it. I think they understand it, but I don't think they're able to. And even with the Celta game, like you guys can't bank on scoring 4 goals a game to win.
Right.
So I think that's the problem right now with Barca is they know they're going to score, but the problem is going to be, well, how many are they going to score on us? And do we need to score 4 to win? Because what if we only score 1? Or what if Lamine is hurt? Or Rafinha, then
what if the other team actually knows how to defend?
Nor that.
Yeah. I feel like Flick is not changing his. We've been talking about this about Barca's high line. I feel like the whole season now. It's been we're almost 3 months into the season talking about Flick's high line, how it's not working. We're starting to beat a dead horse, yet we go and watch every single Barca game, and that line is at the halfway line every single time. And every single time, honestly, I'm not seeing them get the offsides anymore either. So it's just like, I don't know.
But why?
I guess
That's the question. Why?
Because Fleek is, I mean, I would love to hear what he's saying in the locker room. That's the thing. Because everyone is seeing it from the outside. Maybe he's not. I don't know.
I mean, I think he's telling them, like, this works. You guys just aren't doing it right. Or these are individual mistakes that can prevent it. Because, I mean, if it works, right? But it's already risky. Like, it's already a risky way of playing. And if that's your I'm going to live and die on this hill of playing risky, then there's there's bigger and more frequent consequences that come with playing like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is I want to start seeing Barca play against other good teams. You know, they had the Madrid test. It didn't go too well. They have Chelsea coming up. They have Atletico coming up. I feel like we have some real matches where we can really get down on Barca and start to criticize them if it goes poorly, or maybe bring them back up if, in fact, that the highline starts working well, or they're just outscoring the crap out of teams and they really don't care. But all I'm going to say is if they continue with this trend, it's going to end up just like it did against Inter. And it's going to end up with plenty of heartbreaks.
Well, they won't make it as far as they did last year.
Barca are going to get cooked by Chelsea. We'll see. The one positive before we're going to transition from Barca to just the Champions League, we're going to talk about the table, the previous results, all that good stuff. But the last thing I want to highlight for Barca is Lewandowski's back. I mean, I think that's their main positive that they can take from this week. The fact that Lewandowski's finally looking more fit, scored 2 goals, and it'll open up things, especially when Rafinha comes back as well.
Yeah, I think Joan Garcia is also coming back after the break, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody fact check me. I forgot if you can check that, but I remember reading that.
Yeah. We should just hire Aikagara is gonna be like our what do they call our source? Gotta check the sources.
He's my citing source. He's like, you're
correct.
wrong. You said this last week.
That's a true fan right there. That's a true fan right there.
Oh my god. Let's go ahead. Let's see. There you go. Can everyone see this right here?
No, but
guys, can everyone see? Can everyone see the table on the screen for the Champions League?
No,
I can't.
but
But
I believe. But I believe you.
I can't see it.
Amir, you can see it. Okay, I'm starting to see some yeses in the comments, so I'm hoping that at least they can see. Okay, we can. Good. So we're good. Okay, I'm sorry, guys, that y'all can't. If you just pull it up on your phone, then at least.
I like how people in the comments are now just chatting with each other. I love that.
Yeah, keep going, people.
Yes, we can.
Yo, Daniel is saying the Barca should just throw the league or throw Champions League and just focus on the league.
Sure.
It's starting to look that way.
Yeah, I was gonna say it really might be their best option at this point.
Maybe hope for Copa del Rey.
Let's see here. We had a juicy game. The number 1 against the number 2 in the power rankings. PSG, the current champion, European champion, against Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich continue their crazy run, just running all over. I mean, they honestly dominated PSG in their own stadium, putting them at first place. And it reminds me of, Amir, when we were in Louisiana, we got in that Uber, and we were talking to the Uber driver, and he was saying that Bayern were going to be the best team this season. We got onto him. We were like, no, we don't
You're
think
crazy.
So. And Bayern has gone on to have the greatest, breaking a record for the greatest start ever by any team in wins, in terms of wins to a season. When I think they got 16 wins. They finally tied this past weekend. But I mean, what do y'all think of this Bayern? They're completely cooking, aren't they?
Okay, before we say anything, can we also give props to Pep Guardiola? Because out of the first 5 teams, hold on, just let me say something. Vinny Company, Mikel Arteta, Luis Enrique, and Pep Guardiola have all worked with Pep Guardiola. So
Lord.
and then Xabi Alonso obviously in La Liga, but just saying that. But yeah, keep going. Also, the Louisiana Uber driver, please comment if you're here. But yeah,
You know what? Amir just found any single link with any of these teams that are up there and linked up to Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can find a Liverpool player that played under Pep Guardiola, and that's why Liverpool's there. I'm just joking, Amir. Michel, Ricky,
he lost his train of thoughts.
No,
help
I
us
mean,
out
I
here.
I didn't know who you were gonna call on. I mean, they're killing it. You know, I can't take anything away from them at all. They're absolutely killing it. I think PSG also kind of laid it down for them. Marquinhos had a really, really bad mistake. They made them pay. I think Diaz was clinical.
Until
Again,
he was clinical on Hakimi too, man.
I know. Yeah, I know. But again, I think they're killed Hakimi. Did unfortunately, which you never like to see that. You don't like to see players getting hurt like that, right? But Bayern is killing it. The only thing I'm gonna say is it's all about trending and catching fire at the right moment. Let's not forget what happened to Liverpool last year, leading the Champions League table all the way through into the playoffs, and then getting smacked in their first game, their first like little series against PSG, and PSG ended up going on to win it. No one thought PSG was gonna win it, the Champions League, and now look what we're saying. So I always say with first place teams, watch out. You know, they're there for a reason. They're a good team, but watch out because you can be a prisoner of the moment for yourself. And I wouldn't be surprised if some team ends up upsetting Bayern Munich later down the line. Because again, it's all about trending at the right moment, and they're not playing great comp in Germany. I think they just tie against Union Berlin.
They tied 2-2.
So it's like you go from that to that, the same thing. It's like you never know, right? These at the end of the day, they're all pros. I think they're playing great. We'll see what happens to them later down the line.
Yeah. I mean, their next game in the Champions League is none other than against Arsenal. So it's yeah, I know. They went from PSG to Arsenal. Literally the top 3 teams in the power rankings right now, which is pretty crazy for Bayern. Afterwards, they have Sporting, who's been having a decent Champions League. Right now they're in 13th place, but ultimately, they should be. I think they should be winning that. Afterwards, against Union Saint-Gilloise, and then PSV afterwards. If they manage to beat Arsenal, I think they can go on and win all 8 games, which would be pretty freaking crazy. But with that being said, let's talk about Arsenal too, who's been killing it. They won their game 3-0. I mean, Ricky, who between Arsenal and Bayern, how are you seeing that game?
I mean, that's an insane game. I think besides the PSG Bayern, I think that's the next best game right now in terms of form. I'm actually feeling the Bayern win. I feel like they can take it the way Harry Kane's adapted to the team. Luis Diaz, besides the red card, have been playing insanely.
Which is going to miss the Arsenal game. Now that I'm just thinking about it.
Oh, true.
That's going to be rough.
True. Yeah. Makes sense. I'll still give it to Bayern.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, they had that new 16, 17-year-old guy come in, Carl something.
Where are they playing? Are they playing in England?
He's a monster.
Are they playing in England or are they playing in Germany?
Carl's Jr. is crazy. They're playing in London, actually.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we're gonna see. I think Arsenal takes it.
I'm with Michel. I think Arsenal takes it.
Especially because of Luis Diaz. I mean, red carded out. Like, they're playing in London. It's a hard place to play. Arsenal's going to be... I mean, Arsenal's also coming off a 3-3 draw. So, we'll see what happens. It'll light a fire under them.
It'll be a crazy game. Obviously, this game isn't happening for another, 3 weeks. So, a lot of things can happen. Injuries and international breaks. Obviously, it'll be something that we'll talk about before in the podcast before the game actually happens, the Monday before. But I think it's lining up to be potentially the game of the Champions League group stage, league phase, I guess. and we'll see. I actually wanna switch it up next to I saw a comment here about Inter Milan. Here it is. Inter's Champions League campaign so far has been a stat pad session for so far Ajax, Slavia, Union Saint-Gilloise, and Kairat, which is true. And that's what's keeping Inter in that third position. What is it? They have 11 goals for, 1 goal against. Pretty freaking crazy. But I think it's about to start to get real for them. I think their next game is against Atletico Madrid, which has been a game that we've had highlighted in for the power rankings to potentially see how that plays out. Yeah, their next game is against Atletico. In fact, so they have Atletico. Afterwards, they have Liverpool. So, oh my God, Atletico, Liverpool, Arsenal, and then they finish with Dortmund. Those are Inter's next 4 games in the Champions League. So I hope if you have Inter players in your fantasy team, just offload them right now while you still can.
Wait, who do we have? Who do we have left for Barca and Madrid?
Let's see here.
Madrid has Barca has Chelsea. I know that.
Thanks, Amir.
That's the only one I got for you.
So yeah, the next game for Barca is Chelsea. After we talked about how Barca's schedule was super easy. They got an easy schedule yet again. Afterwards, they have Frankfurt, then they have Prague, Slavia Prague, and then they have Copenhagen. Copenhagen, that I think is in like the last spots. I think Slavia Prague is also in the last spots. Let me check the table for those.
So four games
Copenhagen
left.
33rd. Slavia Prague is 30th, and then Frankfurt is 23rd.
4 games left. They get 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw.
Don't qualify to the next round.
No, I think they even still will, which is why this Champions League format is wilding. But it's it's new era.
Honestly, I love it. I love this.
I do too. I like it as well. But
I love
you
that
can lose a lot and still go through.
I mean, for sure. But every drop point can actually make a huge difference for you. So
for sure, and it gives the other teams a chance.
Yeah, for sure. And I love the fact that every single week we look at this. We look to see who's going to play, and we're like, oh shoot, like we have this good game. We have this good game. Like there's just so many games that you don't even know until you see them last minute. Right. So now that we've been talking about the schedules for the Champions League, Madrid against Manchester City. I mean, after watching the Liverpool game in the way that Liverpool smacked Madrid, and then you go and see City go and smack Liverpool this past weekend. I don't know.
But if you go and watch that game, Liverpool played completely different against Madrid than they played against City. Liverpool went, they took it to Madrid. They were high pressing. They were dominant, or they were attack minded. With City, they were super passive, letting Man City touch the ball around left and right, letting Man City play their game. So again, it's a different, it's a different game altogether. I mean, people were saying that last year too, and look at what happened with City and Madrid. Again, we're going to see what happens with injuries. We're going to see what happens with players' form. It's going to be a good game, though.
Yeah, and I mean, I got it right. Madrid at home is very different to how they've been away. A different gravy, as he said.
Very, very Thanksgiving minded.
Oh, ultimately, the Champions League is shaping out to be, it's going to be really good finale to the league phase with some of these games coming up. We haven't checked the City schedule. I'm sure it's also fairly cracked out. Liverpool, with this win, I'm sure they're going to start to hit a much better form. Atletico Madrid might come in hot. We'll see. But let's use this moment to transition to my favorite segment and everyone's favorite segment, the good old power rankings. The power rankings, which remind me, I saw this comment. When are we having the Marseille conversation?
We can have it right now. We can have it right now if you want. Let's have it.
Well, I don't know.
Hold on,
I don't know if
I'm
there's even space because
still
they've been-
scrolling on my
they've been-
computer looking for their place in the Champions League. Oh,
The last
there they are,
win?
25th.
I know you guys. Listen, I know you guys are not talking. You just tied to Club Brugge, and you guys should have lost. You guys, the VAR yet again helping you guys out again. So I know you guys are not talking. Listen, Marseille play. I have more confidence in Marseille than I do in Atletico de Madrid. Let's just put it like that. I'm not saying that they're going to go far, but I have way more confidence in Marseille than they do against Atletico de Madrid.
Even after the 5-2 game?
I mean, bro, it happens. It's part of the game. I mean, fucking Barca got
Anytime Madrid
destroyed.
loses,
Like it happens. They lose. Teams lose, but they're still in second place in Liga, right? They're winning games. Like
there's no other competition. I hope they're
Okay,
second
then you
place.
could say the exact same thing about Bayern. We could say the exact same thing about Bayern in Germany. There's no other competition, so why do we care what they do in their league?
Right there, like 2 minutes ago, you said right, and nobody agreed.
Yo, I'm just, we gonna see. Just wait. Wait, who? Since we're talking about everyone else's games, what other games does Marseille have left?
Okay, in the Champions
Take a look.
League, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's try to predict how they're.
I still don't understand why
many wins
everyone
they're
here
gonna
is so
get.
hot on Atletico de Madrid, bro. I don't understand.
Bro, I hate to say this because
Especially you, bro. Especially you. They're the biggest choke
They're
fucking
not a
masters
bad
ever.
All right. Listen. Dude,
Where-
I'm sorry, bro.
Bro, where was Madrid? See, listen, where was Madrid last year in the Champions League table? They were near the bottom and they still made it to the next round.
No, you
I'm
can
just saying
say that about PSG.
whatever. Just wait.
Okay. Okay,
I'm gonna be the only one that has
Marseille
faith, and
currently-
all y'all gonna be.
let's see. I mean, obviously, we've all gone one route, and it's not been your route. Let's see at the end of the Champions League what Marseille can do, or if they even make it.
All right,
to the
so
next
who do they
phase.
have left? Who do they have left to play?
Dude, they
Okay,
got a
so
tough
here we go.
schedule. I
Marseille.
don't think they're gonna make
Marseille
it. Dude.
currently. Look, listen. After 4 games, they only have 1 win. Okay, their next game is against Newcastle. Who here thinks Marseille is going to beat Newcastle, other than Michel?
Yo, I didn't say they were gonna beat him. I just said that I like it.
Hey, put Newcastle in the
I
back.
said they were gonna beat them. Okay, Marseille takes an L to Newcastle. Or a draw, maybe.
No. Oh,
That
we'll see.
draw
Or a
won't
win.
do them anything. They need to win.
Okay.
No,
Okay, so they got
no,
Newcastle. We're not making game line predictions now. We're saying who they're playing. So they're playing against Newcastle. Okay.
And that's an L.
Afterwards, they have an easy game against Union Saint-Gilloise.
Okay.
Away.
Okay.
I mean, you never know. That could end up being tricky when it's away. Then they have Liverpool in France.
Okay.
Another L. And then they finish against Barca's dark horse, Club Brugge.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Well,
I'm gonna
within
let y'all
that
talk in the
timeframe-
comments. Just wait. I want to see your guys'
within those
attitude
2
change.
months, within those 2 months, they played PSG twice. So it's like add extra hard games on top of the schedule. I mean, they might not make it.
They might not. It doesn't mean I still don't like them, and I like De Serbi. I mean, I like the way they play. I like De Serbi as a manager. I think they got good players. Do I think they're gonna win the Champions League? Absolutely not. Do I think Atletico Madrid is gonna win the Champions League? Absolutely not. Right?
Oh, of course not.
Okay, I'm
course
not
not.
saying that they're the best team in Europe, but like we minimize what they're actually doing. Like no one was talking about Marseille until this podcast. I just want to put it out there.
But
And now look
Marseille,
at them.
this whole
Marseille's trending on Twitter.
no one disagrees that Marseille's a good team. They made good signings. They got Aubameyang, they got Greenwood, they got Paixão. They're a good team. I think this whole stems from Marseille will never be in the top 10.
Just wait.
I will say,
Watch them
how much-
win 3 out of their 4 games. I doubt it, but watch them win 3 out of their 4 games, make it into the next round of the Champions League, and then I want to hear all you guys talk, and then I already know what you're gonna say. Oh, well, they got this, they got that. They're gonna get killed in the next round. But everyone in the comments right now, and all 3 of you guys saying that they're not gonna make it to the next round, I want you, I cagar, since you like to pull up facts, I want you to this one, and we're gonna drop it. In the next phase when Marseille is in there, it's cool. And if I'm wrong, I'll gift a Marseille jersey away to someone. I don't know who will want it, but I'll gift it away.
So I mean, look, the first 24 teams make it to the next round. If Marseille get I think they will at least get 6 more points. That'll put them at 9 points. I wish I could go see last year's table. Let me look it up real quick. Last year's table, see if anyone made it with 9 points. 2023, 2024 Champions League. I would like to see it with 9 points. Oh, God dang it.
I gotta say, if you're right, I will give my flowers to you, Michel. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. You're a day one. Hey, Valentina G, I agree with Michel. See, I'm not the only one on this train. See, you guys gotta watch the games. You guys gotta watch. Marseille will get 6 more points. Newcastle stink. Yo.
Okay, listen to this. Last year, the last team to make it to the next round was Club Brugge, Barca's dark horse, with 11 points. Behind them was Dinamo with 11 points, Stuttgart with 10 points. Marseille have to win at least 2 games and draw one.
At least 2 games
to make it. So if Marseille lose to Newcastle and Liverpool, I think they're cooked. They're not making it to the next round. So I'm going to say right now.
Are we really giving Newcastle this much clout right now?
I'm going to give it to them. God. I think
bro,
Newcastle.
Santiago Munez does not play for Newcastle right now, bro. And if anyone doesn't know what I'm referencing, go watch Goal right now. Yeah. Cancel your plans, cancel your date, and go watch Goal. The dream begins.
All right, Pricey's got your back. I think Marseille get 21st. The projection for the season for the Colors.
Oh, see, now everyone's See, thank you. You guys are actually using some sense. We love you guys.
It's Newcastle at St. James. Actually, that's a great question. Hold on. I do need to check that. Let's see.
That's actually important.
Marseille.
Bobby Warrior, hello to you too, brother.
Against...
Since you said hello to all the podcast members.
Hell yeah.
Amir,
hola, saludos.
I just want to say, for this being a Madrid Barça podcast, we got people caring about Marseille. Just want to put that out there.
Honestly, this podcast is going to stop being called VAR Check Podcast. It's going to be called Marseille FC Podcast.
Yo, we talk about Marseille more than we talk about fucking Atletico Madrid, so I'm okay with that. We should be talking about Club Brugge more, apparently.
Just answer the question. Marseille is playing against Newcastle in France. So
okay.
That could be their silver lining. If they tie Newcastle, lose to Liverpool, but win the other 2, I think they can make it. That's it. That's what we're gonna leave it with the Marseille conversation.
Yeah. From they're not gonna make it to I think they're gonna make it. Really sweet.
Yes.
Really nice. I feel gaslit.
I feel gaslit. Everyone, let's take a second here to just like good old Bobby Warrior just said, to wish the guy in the middle, Amir, a happy birthday. What a week! What a rough couple weeks he's had since the Barça L. So let's at least give him some love with some birthday wishes.
Yo, whoever was hating on you in the comments and on YouTube should really say happy birthday to you. I don't even know why you were getting so much hate, but I love it. People are active.
You're like you're hating my clout. Win-win.
I loved it. I was here for it. Okay, so let's finish out the podcast. We have a few minutes left with updating the power rankings. As you guys can see, Ricky, Michel, both of y'all weren't here last week. There have been some changes, and I'm gonna start off with the first change for this one, which is Manchester City after their 3-0 victory to Liverpool go up to 4th spot. And
with the way Haaland's been playing, I think that's fair.
I mean, yeah, Haaland has not stopped scoring. I think Man City right now would beat Real Madrid. Ricky, what's your next change?
I'll leave Barca and Liverpool where they're at. Obviously, Liverpool got the win against Madrid, but if you look at the rest of like their past month or two, not
It's
enough
still
to say
been 2-2.
above Barca. So, I mean, the only thing that's debatable to me is the Inter and Atletico. I mean, I know we talked about
That game's
why
coming.
Inter is number 3, but they're number 3.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, in the Serie A, they've been already very questionable. They lost to Napoli like 3-1. They're not first place in Serie A, and they've literally not been tested a single time in the Champions League.
Okay.
I would keep Atletico ahead of them still.
Is there a reason why we're putting PSG at 3 and Arsenal at 2?
I mean, PSG lost to Bayern.
PSG,
Okay, so why would they not be second? Why not third? Arsenal just tied 3-3 to Sunderland.
Nah, but Arsenal.
You're saying Arsenal is better than PSG?
I would say so.
I think right now they are. Right
based
now
on
they
the
are.
season, yeah.
PSG
Because of the
Hakimi's
injuries?
injured now, and Dembele's injured again.
I mean,
Arsenal is first place, and yes, they tied this weekend. They played against a good Sunderland team that's been having a fairly good season.
I was just curious.
Best defense, like Arsenal up until this weekend. Arsenal, I think, hadn't been scored in like 8 games or something like that, or like they've only conceded like 1 goal this whole month. Some
Maybe
crazy
I'm just a
stat.
hater because I feel like
You'll
Arsenal
see
always end up
that.
choking their games throughout the league anyways. I feel like Arsenal plays so well 98% of the way and then end up finding a way to lose it. So we'll see. I like Arsenal.
Yeah, they're having a pretty good season. Let's see here. Arsenal,
my
the best
God.
defensive team in the. Me too.
No, go back to the other one. Talking about Atletico Madrid on a 4-game win streak.
Atletico on a
No
4-game
one
win streak. And
cares.
Griezmann's been scoring too. Atletico's kind of hot right now.
hey, I'm not cutting my hair until Atletico win 5 games in a row. No.
I think we got to give Chelsea some props. Aren't they third in EPL right now?
Chelsea's third.
Yeah, they've been winning. Let's see, they won 3-0 this weekend, but in the Champions League, they did go and tie against Karabakh, whatever their name is. So I want to see how their game against Barca goes. I feel like that's going to be a good test for Chelsea. I would like to see who Chelsea has coming up in the Premier League. Maybe Aikagat or someone else in the chat can check who Chelsea's coming up against next, or one of you guys. Let's see. This is mad. You kept Arsenal outside the top 2 the entire time. They kept winning every week and draw 1 game, and you're already wanting to put them down. No, I'm defending Arsenal right now. I'm keeping them second. I think Bayern is still ahead of them. Bayern had that crazy win streak. Bayern also tied this weekend. We're not going to put them back.
Listen to Chelsea's November schedule. Burnley, they should definitely win this weekend. Obviously, the Barcelona game in the 25th and against Arsenal in the 30th.
Yeah,
Barcelona and Arsenal in like a week, 5 days apart.
That'll be a good test. I mean, if they happen to beat Barca or maybe tie, I mean, if they beat Arsenal, that'd be huge for them.
Yeah.
If they tie against Arsenal and Inter Milan go and lose to Atletico or vice versa, I think that's enough to maybe push them ahead of either one of those.
It's a ranking for all competitions and like their current form. So it's not necessarily like historical, but just current. Like,
yeah. Michel, I'll let you. Any changes that you'd make right now?
No, I mean, I think you could say Madrid go down below, but
I think they're still ahead of Barca in the Liga. They beat them in El Clásico, so I'm still going to put them ahead of Barca. Yes, Liverpool went all over them, but I think, like Ricky said, Liverpool's past month and a half is too crappy to actually put them ahead of either of those 2 teams.
I think we keep the list as it is. I think maybe we give Chelsea a little bit of love, but they're gonna have to prove themselves anyways. And I think after this next wave of Champions League games, there's gonna be a big shift in this list. So I think for now we keep it the way it is and wait for the big shift to happen. Let it play out.
I think this is the week where there's been the least movement in there. Just Madrid.
I was gonna move Man City, but that's just me.
Honestly, like some might even say like I mean, not after they beat Madrid, but Liverpool, you can make an argument they could be lower.
Lower?
Just like honestly, look at their month. I'm not gonna do it this time.
Well, actually,
Because
look at what
they
he
had
just
a
said.
good
If this
week.
is, yeah,
But
if this is not a Champions League thing, they're not playing well at all. They had one great game against Madrid.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But-
I mean, this is an
But
all
leave 'em there
competition.
for this week. Leave them there, but you can make an argument.
Well,
But anyway,
you just
leave 'em
said
there.
this is not all competition, or this is all competition.
This is all
It
competition.
is all competition.
This is
yeah.
current
Oh, right.
form.
Right.
Yeah.
Leave them
Let's
there.
see. 9 versus 10 next match in the Champions League. I think you're talking about Atletico and Milan. So that's 8 versus 9, which will be huge.
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah,
keep the list the
that's
way
a
it
good
is.
That's
Yeah,
a
sorry.
great game.
Yeah, the next Champions League week there will be a lot of changes since many big teams are playing against one another. Yeah, I'm happy with it right now. I'm gonna open it up to you guys. If y'all have any final topics that y'all would like to discuss, we've hit the hour mark. It's been a good podcast. I feel like there's been a lot of debate. There hasn't been it wasn't as structured. It just kind of opened up for a little more debate where with Madrid's form, with Barca's form, and then we talked a lot about the other teams. I feel like we actually spent a solid 30 minutes on other teams other than just Madrid and Barca.
Mm-hmm.
So
Too much time on Marseille. I'm kidding.
Too much time on
Yo, the fans wanted it. Yo, the fans wanted it. That's what they want to
I just
hear.
mess with you. Honestly, I have respect for the amount of loyalty you have to Marseille. I love it. So I'm all
I think
for
we're
it.
just like dogging on them.
Yeah. We
Yo,
just have fun with it.
I just want to put it out there that you guys started the beginning of the Marseille segment saying they weren't going to make it, and 5 minutes later you're like, well, I guess they probably will make it. See, you guys don't even know
still
what you
don't think
want.
they're gonna make it. No, I don't know.
See.
I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be close, that's for sure. If they make it, it's gonna be in the 20th spots. One thing we've forgotten about is Napoli. Hey, you hyped up your Napoli. They've also been.
I mean, De Bruyne also got hurt, right?
Yeah, but De Bruyne is an older man.
He's seen better days, to say the least.
Yo.
Let's see. YSN King, what's up, man? Inter will play tough match for the rest of the league phase. Yep, we talked about that. I feel like they're going to get cooked in the rest of the Champions League. Either Arada for massive aura for Michel, Marseille do well or bad. Yeah, I mean he's taking a big impact there.
Yo, we're gonna see this pay out.
Hopefully, Athletic Club makes the cut. I feel like they're not going to. If Marseille has greater chances to making it than Bilbao. Bilbao's season, I feel
Which is sad because I love Bilbao, but they just can't find a way to get it. They cannot get it together. I mean, I think this has been a great pod. I love the activity. Everyone watching and commenting. I think this has been one of our biggest commenting episodes and people talking with each other. And I'm seeing new names. Obviously, people like Aikagata, you guys have been here from the beginning. I'm seeing a lot of new people, and we really love that you guys are here supporting, even if you don't agree. We want to hear what you guys have to say.
That's what we're here for.
We're not here to agree. Exactly. So we love that you guys are
active.
Review
all the debates. I agree. I mean, I think every single episode we've just been seeing the interactions go up, which is literally what we want. We want to interact with you guys. A lot of times in the videos that we posted in Merengue Culé, it's us reacting. But ultimately, we don't get to actually have a whole lot of conversating with you guys. So this is the best chance for all of us to talk about.
I love this comment. I got is sending shots out to the squad.
Look. You gotta respect the team that all their players play from one region. Like like it's every person born in that area like breathes Bilbao. I think just what they stand for is great, and the fact that. Based on those limitations, they can still go out and beat Madrid, beat Barça plenty of times. It is insane. You got to put respect on that. But I think I know the perfect way to end this podcast, and that is to see Michel's live reaction to the salmon jersey.
Chat, comment. Everyone needs to comment this. Last time you guys wore it, it did not go great for you, I believe, and that is probably the ugliest color jersey I think I've ever had. I think the best part of your guys' week was Messi showing up to like a 20% built stadium, and that's what you guys had on your
Hey, at
house.
least our stadium doesn't look like a can of sardines.
Dude, our stadium. I mean, our stadium is one of the best in the
come
world. Bro. Our
on.
stadium is gorgeous, bro.
Yeah,
Our
please.
stadium is gorgeous.
You wish you could have a stadium like that one already.
Hey,
I
bro,
really don't.
Maybe
I
one
don't
day.
want anything to
Maybe
do
one
with
day.
Madrid or anything to
At least
do
we don't
with
paint our
anywhere near
grass.
Madrid.
At least we don't
We
paint
don't
our
spray
grass.
paint our grass.
Spotify, bro. You guys are the biggest. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like the whole like collaborations that you guys do with artists. I was like, Barça. Every time I see it, it's just a money grab. It just reminds me that you guys have no money.
Hey! Don't forget why y'all renewed your stadium. All for the money to play the concerts, the Karol G's, the.
But at least we don't have to sell our
now,
souls to Spotify
y'all
and change our stadium name. Your name is literally Spotify Camp No.
Okay, but tell me this: what is the main music app that you have on your phone? That we
I
have
love
a subscription?
Apple
Spotify.
Music.
Spotify.
Apple Music. Wait, I think that should be the debate. Apple Music or Spotify? Everyone in the chat, what is the
Michel,
correct?
You and your debates, dude.
Get
You
up.
keep wanting to
Somebody kick
sing.
Michel out.
Isn't that what this show is all about?
If you like Apple Music, you're supporting this man right here. And if you like Spotify, you're supporting this team right here. Either way, it's a win-win.
Yo, either way. Well, I think it's been a great episode.
Yeah, guys, thank you once again for everyone coming in to hang out on a Monday for the VAR Check podcast. We love having you guys, and we look forward to seeing y'all. Maybe next Monday. We're going to international break, so normally we take that Monday off. I feel like we're gonna take this Monday off again, so we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the next VAR Check podcast. For now, it's been amazing. Thank you guys for everyone that joined. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you do so before you sign out, just to help the VAR Check podcast. Let's help get the community to be even bigger. We want to have more of you guys interacting, and by liking the video and the podcast, that's the best way that you could show us some love. So make sure you like it, turn the notification bell on, so that way anytime we go live, you are ready to go. And without further ado, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.